Hey Libra, thank you for joining me for your weekend love reading. This is for the weekend of October 2nd through the 4th. So if you have followed or caught the last video, you can tell that this is a lot different because you can actually see me. I kind of decided that I needed to be more engaging because I personally hate readings that it's just cards and that you can't really see the person or that it's just stagnant. There's some fantastic readers on here that do just cards and just their hands. To me, it didn't feel like it didn't resonate with who I truly am. And I really like being able to build a connection with people. So I hope that this will allow you to build a connection with me, be able to see my personality, kind of also understand why I have a whole bunch of ums, whatnots, dramatic pauses, all that fun shit. See, I want to be able to provide you with a genuine, truthful, honest reading. And I really feel that in order to do that, I need to be able to be myself. And for that, you need to be able to see me because I'm a very expressive person when it comes to my face. I do know that I am monotoned, so I use my face a lot to emphasize things. Also, I do know that I have resting bitch face at times, and that also it can look like a South Park character, according to me. So I embrace both of those, whatever. I also, sometimes I don't sing, but occasionally to help get some energy going, I will start to do some sort of singing. At least that's what it seems like. I'm monitored, I know this. I do not sing well anymore, but I will put some sort of melody behind something in order to kind of get the vibrations up, right? Because I really think that music resonates at that higher level. So enough about me. Let's talk about you. So Libra, I love this. So we start off your weekend with love, happiness, joy, radiating, right? It's going to be good, okay? The good thing about having the Sun card is that it definitely highlights and makes everything better, okay? And thank God it does because you also have the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords in here, which is like pretty shitty. So, but then you have the High Priestess in here, and then you have the Six of Wands, and then the Eight of Wands, okay? So there is movement. Okay, you have the High Priestess, which is fantastic. So really trusting your intuition, really looking within, trying to realign with who you truly are, and to be able to provide yourself with balance and to set yourself to the right direction. And I think that alone has been putting a lot of burden on you, a lot of stress on you, trying to figure out what is the right path to go within love and within life in general. I think that's been kind of a stressor for you. Though, with doing this work, I really think that you're going to be victorious with a new relationship coming in or within your current relationship. This is always about like that celebrating that victory, right? It's also about, so like for me here, I'm seeing the Five of Wands in the background of this one Victoria, right? And that's about that victory and you're celebrating the win, right? But to me, the Five of Wands is about like, a lot of times it's about internal battles. So, excuse me, the ones are about passion, right? And passion is like internally, right? It could be external passion, but every time I see the Five of Wands these days, it's all about that internal battle that you've been doing. But now you're being victorious of it. You've broken free from that 10 to be victorious, to be able to be happy, to be in abundance, to move on, right? And I think you will be moving on. You're going to hear some sort of communication about something that had caused you pain, okay, that had really torn you up. So I'm not 100% sure. I can't imagine that you're hearing communication that's going to cause you pain, or if it's going to be communication that is going to give you, insight to something that has caused you pain. Let's go ahead and pull some more cards and kind of go from there and see what else we can find out, okay? Libra. Libra, Libra, Libra. So, just so you know, I do not shuffle the cards and then just deal off the top. I also don't really wait for jumpers because it would take forever for me. To me, when I do my own reading for myself, I just pull from the top because it's my energy. Um, when it comes to reading for other people, though, I wait for what I call poppers. So it's then if it jumping from my hand, I wait for them to pop out of the deck a little bit to indicate that that is the energy that the universe is sending towards me. And so I wait for that. And occasionally it could be forever. That's where that singing part kind of gets in. One more, please. Just one more card. You know what? I'm just going to take this one right here. Okay. So first thing I have to say is that I think that there's some sort of cycle going on with the general collective about people coming back into our lives. And I've said this so far. I've done a couple different readings today for the astrological signs, and I think most of them have this card appear, and it's driving me crazy. So the Six of Cups, okay, before you shoot me, before you're like, I'm tuning off, the Six of Cups generally usually means somebody coming back from your past, right? So to me, it's like a multiple different scenarios, okay? Because we have so many people, watching these videos, or in general, there's so many different energies within our lives. It's kind of, to me, because I'm an intuitive reader, I kind of like am pulling towards, to me, this is more about like, it can either be someone coming back from your past, it could be, a friend, it could be a lover, it could be an ex, that you really don't want it to come back into your life, or it could be, somebody from like your childhood that you're on good terms with now. It could also, though, be about nostalgia, reminiscing about that love, right? It could also be about trying to embrace the love of the innocence, okay? Like when you're a child and you have your first love, how it was nothing but pure, and it was innocent, and it was carefree, and you didn't have to worry about whether or not this person's going to be honest with you or cheating on you, or if it's going to be a codependent relationship. You just went into it with an open heart. And that's kind of what I have the feeling here, is that you need to trust your intuition to bring you back into that alignment of being able to trust whoever is coming towards you next, okay? Or within your relationship, if you happen to be in a relationship, okay? I do see, though, with this star card with the Seven of Cups here, to me, it's like being abundant for everything, or not being abundant, being in gratitude for the options that you have and for the things you have. So Seven of Cups normally is about having options and choices, but putting them together, to me, it's really highlighting the fact that you need to be in gratitude, okay? Really being grateful for the items that you do have, and putting yourself in a higher vibration so that you can attract that better relationship, that higher level relationship with someone that is going to treat you well, right? I think with this burden that we were talking about here, you definitely have been doing that work. You put yourself in that Four of Swords here, or you will be this weekend, really reflecting upon it. What I like about this card is you have the Two of Swords, which you do have the Two of Swords, okay? And I'll get to that in a second. But you have the Two of Swords there, so you're making that choice, about trying to find the clarity in the situation, okay? Usually there's three swords together and then the one on them, so it's about a heartbreak, but I really think it's about making a decision and finding a clarity, finding the truth behind it so that you can release this burden, okay? At least that's what I'm gathering for these cards. Okay, so about moving on to your victory here, you have Temperance with that. So I think that going with this, to me, is really about that moderation, okay? Really about being having the patience to work through those issues that you've worked, and really feeling, that gratitude that you've been able to work past it and to be happy. And that took some time. That's where that patience came in. It took a lot of time. Okay, but you took that time, the time that you had to do. With this angel here, you were guided to take that time, and you've been victorious with this, right? So now we're going to go with that Two of Swords. The Two of Swords with the Eight of Wands. So you're going to have to make a decision on moving forward. Okay? Or the moving forward is going to put you into making a decision. But I really feel it's the other way around. I think that you've been on this burdensome path, and that you're really having to do a lot of work. I think that with this, we're talking about like a lot of innocence, right? A lot of realigning yourself to your higher self, right? And so I think that this is like, it's a decision on whether you should remain in that lower vibration and that lower energy, or should you move forward, right? Should you go forward? Communication is going to happen. There's going to be some sort of communication that is going to come forward. It might make you feel like this, right? It might really make you feel like this to begin with, like that. It just totally kind of tears you up. I really actually think, and let me get to this here in a second. You also have the Knight of Wands coming in. And this is what I feel, okay? Don't shoot the messenger, but what I'm gathering on this and what I'm feeling from this is that the movement, something that's coming in, is this Knight, okay? And to me, this is the player energy. And I think it's going to leave you feeling like this, okay? Feeling like it just totally breaks you. So, what I'm saying here is that really protect yourself, okay? If you do meet up with somebody this weekend and they're coming in strong with that flirty feel, check your intuition. Check to see if it triggers something within you. It could trigger something in you from the past, right? From childhood. Just take a look to see if it triggers you, because it could cause you further heartbreak, right? It could cause you to be in that feeling. Maybe a person comes back from the past and they're only in player mode, and they just, and you're just heartbroken because of that, right? This is like ultimate death, in my opinion. Obviously, but it's also in your head too. So it's something that you've been thinking about, and when this person comes in, you might still be in your head. And the good thing, though, is that it is the 10, so eventually it will cycle back over to the Ace, and you'll have clarity. If someone does come back and they are in the player mode, stand your ground and say, hey, I like you and all, but this is what I need. And if you can't be that person that is stable, that is resonating on a higher vibration, then peace out, dude, because, you need to be able to move forward. I'm mostly thinking here that this here, it's going to cause some changes, okay? With this person dead on the ground, it's like that death, it could be about putting a stop to this player coming in, putting the player behind you because you're done with this shit. Okay, hopefully that resonates, or some aspect of that resonates with you. Obviously, as a person, and as someone that is trying to resonate in my higher vibration, it's interesting when you do the self-work, and you then put out your intentions, and you try to manifest what you're looking for. When these players come in, because they come in to test you, right, to see if you're ready, and when the player comes in, to know that, to be able to set your boundaries and be like, you know what, I don't want to deal with that energy. That's not me anymore. And you put them off to the side, and then you carry on, knowing that they're not coming towards you because of you or at that energy. It's not because of you. They're coming towards you at that energy because of them. Okay? So keep true to who you are, and let's go ahead and get yourself a guidance card, a guidance oracle, and see what else you need to know. Okay, Libra. Let's have some guidance from the universe. What does Libra need to know about the weekend? Okay, so Sacred Pool. Sacred Pool is all about rejuvenation into your true higher self. You know, it's about replenishing your energies and being able to put yourself into alignment. Okay, if you possibly can, if you can spend the weekend like in water, like it is getting cold depending on where you live. As I say, if you can go swimming, if you can go, to a lake or whatever, or take a kind of like a sacred bath ritual or a shower where you're cleansing off that negative energy and you're realigning yourself. Okay, take some time to cleanse your soul, right? To cleanse who you are, to start feeling rejuvenated. Another thing here, and I know this is not water, but I'm seeing like with the ground here, you could also go out and ground yourself. The act of grounding, taking your shoes off, removing that rubber from underneath your feet and actually standing on the earth will help to revitalize your energies as well. It actually resets a lot of your energy, okay? So even if it's 15 minutes of just, sitting there with your feet, touching the ground, or if you're, sitting there, I like to sit there with my feet touching the ground and putting my hands on the ground and allowing the energy to come in through my feet and then go throughout my body and then come out through my hands. And that helps to, one, ground me, because I'm an Aquarius, so, fellow air sign, we need to get grounded occasionally. So really allowing that energy to come in, cleanse you out, and then be redeposited into the earth, right? And that might assist you. Well, Libra, thank you so much for allowing me to do your weekend love reading, and I hope that you have a blessed day. Thanks. Bye.